Welcome back, everybody. This is Michael Levitis from JurisQ.com, a legal network where we answer your commonly asked legal questions and digest legal news. And I have here with us back Sabrina Shaheen Cronin. Welcome back, Sabrina.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate your having me back.
Of course, my pleasure. Sabrina, we had you on last time where you introduced yourself. You offered some golden piece of advice for all the young people out there who want to, at the same time, be an attorney, be a business person, because running a firm requires business acumen, and also being a successful family person, meaning having a family and kids, wear different hats. Because your passion is protecting juveniles, you were prosecuted before in the juvenile system, but now you are a criminal defense attorney, among other things, where you actually defend juveniles, so you work with minors. I want to talk to you about a case that is both criminal and political. Brittney Griner case, very famous name right now. She was sentenced to 9 years in Moscow in Russian prison for drug possession, for marijuana possession. And I want to talk to you, first let's compare the drug laws a little bit. And I know we're not experts on Russian law, but we do know American law. Same type of circumstances. Do you think that in any state or federal system she'll be facing same amount of time?
No, Michael, absolutely not. No. And in fact, even the Russian legal system and the attorneys indicate that that is her sentence of 9 years is well beyond something, you know, necessary or usual for a crime of that nature. You see criminals in their system with much worse crimes for many years less. This is obviously a very political maneuver and a political issue right now. I mean, there is a 10-year maximum in Russia for smuggling drugs into their country. But I doubt her legal system would have asked her to either testify or to admit to her negligence had they thought for 1 second that she would be facing such a severe penalty.
She was accused of not just possession in Russia, but also trafficking. But trafficking is a small amount, was a few drops, I believe. In America, to be accused of trafficking in drugs, what are the amounts that we have to be talking about? It wouldn't be just a few drops, obviously. What do you think? To be accused of trafficking in America.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more. And distribution and selling, and now with marijuana being so legalized, it's very different. It's, you know, more the harder drugs and a lot of the prescription medication. You see a lot of that. They're really coming down hard on doctors and their prescriptions and pharmaceutical companies and pharmacies. So the pharmacists, they're really looking more at that. But as far as, you know, she really had shisha oil, which is a derivative of cannabis, but here in the States, she wouldn't, I'm confident that she would not be facing really any crime, if at all, either.
So it seems like she's being used as a political pawn more.
Absolutely, as well as the other people being held there. Paul Whelan, just to you know, just for an example. But it's very important. She's obviously the most known. She has the most notoriety. And it was a week before Putin sent in the armed forces to Ukraine. You know, so it's more than
the timing
in
was
my opinion.
Suspect.
Yeah, very suspicious.
Sabrina, are you familiar with how prison exchange treaties work between countries? Have you ever dealt with such issues?
No, Michael, I haven't, but I've done a little bit of, you know, reading, obviously, about what's happening. And Russia is saying that, you know, they're saying that the legal system has to play its course prior to any negotiations taking place. But we do know that there have been negotiations. So we don't know really what's the truth and what's happening. We do know that her legal team has appealed the conviction
Right.
So that definitely takes time. So whether the judge and the Russian government is being true, saying, no, we have to wait till the appeals process is over before we can even negotiate the, prisoner exchange. I mean, they're looking at Victor Boot right now. And, it's interesting. We're holding Victor Boot, but he was allegedly supplying all these arms to Al-Qaeda and the Taliban and, a much, much more severe crime than, little drops of cannabis oil. So, it's obviously a geopolitical maneuver on Russia's part. So.
It seems like Victor Boot is very important for Russia. There were accusations or allegations that he was actually working with or for Russian government. So he's one of theirs, and they want him back at any cost. And like you said, they want to present this veneer where the legal process needs to be played out first, and then they will negotiate about her politically. So hopefully her ordeal will be over soon, and there'll be this kind of exchange. Maybe it's just, maybe it's not just, but I think we have to bring her home. And look, Victor Boot, I think he got 20 or 30 year sentence, but he's been in already for a long time. So it's not like he just entered into prison. He was already in the system for many, many years. I don't think it's a big loss if we bring him, if we let him go and bring Brittney Griner back. And
I agree. Brittney and the others that are being held unconstitutionally and without, any. I mean, these other gentlemen that are being
held. There's no U.S. Constitution in Russia, so.
Right. No, I know. That's
for them, it's
no, you know what I mean. I'm sorry. That was a misstatement. But yeah,
definitely. Yeah, not the same rights, but even here, constitutional rights are not always observed, and people don't really know what is constitutional or not. It is a very really murky area because it depends how you define it, how to explain it. The prosecutors and attorneys always have to have a wide range of language to work with when they decide constitutional matters. In my opinion, it's not a cut and dry.
No, for sure. I mean, it's all up for interpretation, and that's what's happening right now, obviously, with Roe v. Wade, I mean, so it's the Supreme Court interpreted it one way and everyone else interprets it
We always thought that one thing's constitutional, turns out no, it's something else. So like you said, up for interpretation.